Good morning everyone, welcome back to your beloved drawback chess speedrun series. Today we're climbing from 6700 to 6800 rating points. And without any further ado, let's get into today's content. First game was played at 6730. Leveling up, you can't capture a piece until you've captured its predecessor in the list, pawn knight bishop rook queen king. Absolutely impossible, reveal drawback to opponent, e4. Okay, so I need to capture a pawn first. d5. He takes d5. Absolutely amazing, queen takes d5. Ha! Next stop. The knights. He develops a knight. Okay, but of course I can't just sacrifice an entire queen just for a knight. Queen back to d8. d4. e6. Well, I mean, as long as he doesn't immediately destroy me with his stronger pieces that I cannot capture, we can slowly make progress till the point that there is no more drawback and I can play a normal game of chess. c6. Please don't take cut. King e7 is kinda forced. Bishop g5 check. f6 bishop f6 king f7 bishop e8 checkmate in 1. Okay, well, I mean, sometimes we just can't win with such a diabolical drawback. But it's alright, there are still 2 more games to come. Second game, let's go. Second game was played at 6789, shout out to this guy for guessing it correctly last week. Fixation: once you move a particular pawn, you cannot move a different pawn until you move a non-pawn piece. Once you move a particular non-pawn piece, you cannot move a different non-pawn piece until you move a pawn. We alternate between pieces and pawns. e4. d5. Aha! Even though I said that we should be alternating pieces and pawns, I can actually just keep fixating myself onto this pawn for this move. E takes d5. This may not be a great idea though, his queen can actually checkmate me if he can navigate her well using my drawback. Unless he doesn't take back. Knight c3. Okay, the fact that he didn't take back gives me some information about his drawback. There must be something to do with his queen or his ability to make captures. Never mind. My opponent counter-revealed, truant, you can't move the same piece twice in a row. Absolutely diabolical, my drawback incentivizes me to move one thing multiple times in a row, but his drawback literally prevents that. This is going to be a fun game. Bishop f5. I'll move a pawn, d3. The d3 pawn is defended by both pawn and pieces, it is perfectly safe. Knight takes d5. That blunders a knight. Queen takes d5. Aha! That blunders a queen, c4. His queen cannot move twice in a row. Even bishop g4 counterattack doesn't work because I can still take his queen, as his bishop also cannot move twice in a row. His drawback doesn't support this aggressive playstyle. He needs to be more defending and wait for me to attack first. e6. C takes d5. Knight d7. I have an idea. Queen b3. Long castle, queen takes b7 checkmate in 1. Didn't happen. Queen takes b7 regardless. His queen is dead, my queen is strong. I actually don't even have to alternate moves anymore and can just completely fixate myself into the woman. Knight c5. Queen takes a8 check. King d7. His king cannot move twice. Queen c6. Checkmate in 1. Alright, 1 win and 1 loss, it all comes down to this. Final game. Knight f3 and opponent reveals his drawback even before my computer finishes loading. A lot of testosterone, so I won't be rushing myself. Oddball, you can only capture on odd-numbered moves. And absolution, when one of your non-bishop pieces captures, it must seek absolution by starting its turn adjacent to one of your bishops before it can capture again. Reveal drawback to opponent. I can't think much due to time pressure after reading too much text. d5. In case you don't know, I am not an English native, so I take more time reading English than normal people. If only there is some sort of AI that can read the drawbacks for me to listen to. d4. Bishop g4. putting my bishop in a position that it can always actively make a capture. Never mind. Bishop back. Knight takes f7 is quite dangerous as I won't be able to take it on an even numbered move, but his knight also cannot capture anything due to his drawback, so the worst case scenario I will only lose a pawn. g4. Back again. Knight takes g6. Aha. I can capture on odd numbered move. I think he miscalculated or something. Honestly, keeping track of odd moves and even moves is actually not as easy as it seems. Diverting your own focus is always an annoying thing to do. Especially for a man. Knight c3, knight c6, bishop g2, e6, bishop f4, bishop d6. Trading bishops is obviously the best thing to do, but of course he's not gonna let that happen too easy. Bishop d2. Knight takes d4. He can actually take my pawn back though. I can't recapture on an even numbered move. Knight b5 instead. I can't take that knight. Knight back to c6. Knight takes d6 check. Aha. I understand now. He prioritized removing my bishops so I can't make bishops trades with him. Absolutely diabolical. Queen takes d6. c3. Knight f6. I wonder how he is planning to resolve my knights, maybe sacrificing his queen for 2 knights or something. That would be very convenient. Queen b3. Okay, that is quite concerning, but after thinking for a while I realized that he can take the b-pawn regardless of whatever I do. So I don't care about that anymore. Long castle. Long castle. Knight e4. He doesn't let me take it. Okay, I can only capture once every 2 moves, so everything I do has to have some sort of tactics in it. Preferably I always attack in many places so that my opponent can never completely get away from me. Knight a5. This way if he takes my knight now, even though I cannot recapture, I will end up having a double attack on his queen and bishop. Exactly. I cannot take anything. Let's get a tempo. Queen f4 check. e3. I've just realized that knight takes b3 is not even a check as I cannot take his king, so he can just take my queen and completely ignore my knight. That was a miscalculation from me. I can only take this bishop. Queen c2. Aha. Now I can buy a tempo. Knight b3 check. 8 takes b3. Queen takes h1. We're trading down a lot of materials, but maybe it won't be so easy for me to trade off his bishop. Bishop d2. Bishop f3. Rook f1. That rook doesn't do anything. Rook d6. Queen takes g6. Absolutely diabolical, but it's alright, the queen can't capture again until touching the bishop. Rook a6. Queen d3. Rook a1 now isn't really good because he can actually block with his queen. Rook takes h2 instead. Oh wait, I blundered my rook. Never mind. Okay, I'll trade off this queen. Way too dangerous, let's head to an endgame. b4. Take rook c6. Bishop e1. I have an idea. Rook c5. King takes c5. I already saw that was coming. Rook h1. He has to retreat his king, and I can take his rook. King d3. Rook takes f1. Bishop d2. Alright. It is a rook versus bishop endgame. I don't want to take his bishop because honestly it doesn't really do much anymore. He literally doesn't have any pieces left. King pawn, rook pawn take. Let's give him a check. King d5 check. King d3. c6. b5. a6. Bishop c3. 8 takes b5. What's just happened? Oh. I honestly didn't see that. Okay, you know what? It's alright. Not all lost is hope. I have an idea. King c4. King takes f3. King d3. King g4. Can't take this pawn. Very annoying. King e4. King g3. Aha. That blunders a king. King f3 check. King h2. King g2. A literal checkmate with a king. 2 wins and 1 loss. Drawback chess speed run today. 100% win rate.